Yes, hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say, hey, Jerusha, it's Monday. It's a money making Monday. It's a marvelous Monday. It's a motivational Monday. Whatever Monday, yes, you are present. You have a pulse. You have a purpose. And so I want to say, hello, beautiful. Hashtag pretty people. Yes, make sure you get the notifications when I go live so you don't miss all this goodness. I share actionable business tips for those people that want to start a business, or if you currently have a business, this is the page for you. Yes. So make sure you share and tag. That's how we grow. Sharing is caring. And so when I share like this, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. Yes, Cheryl is in the building. If you're on my business page, make sure you tap the stars. Star me up over there on Facebook on the business page. Yes, my business page is my name, Jerusha Wiggins. So yes, find me over there. I love the stars. They gave me something I can get some stars. So we want to maximize all of the stars. So if you could do that for me, that would be greatly appreciated. And then yes, Tawana is in the building. Hey, Tawana. Yes, who else is in the building? Shamika is in the building. Hey, Shamika, how you doing? Yes, is that Monique is in the building on Instagram. Hey, Monique. We got Instagram in the building, TikTok in the building, Facebook in the building. Yes. And so this is going to be a quick lunch and learn. So if you follow me, I share actionable business tips on how to grow your businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, baby. Hashtag double threat. And some of you want to be a triple threat. Yes, you want to be speaking on stages. Yes, you want to build courses and all the things. And so if that's you, let me know. Yes. Oh, Cheryl is in the building from Texas. I see Texas in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Miss Gonzalez is in the building. I didn't want to mess up your first name. Yes, and so I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in the direct sales business. And I help people start a business with me personally. I'm growing my own organization to 100 families. Well, I'm really focused on leaders at this point. So I have hundreds of representatives and team members and promoters, but we're talking leaders. So I'm developing 100 new online leaders to do what I do. And so, yes, if you want to get educated about that, put 100 in the chat, put 100 in the chat so we can talk about it. And then I help all of you. I help all of you build your businesses, and I'm excited about it. So today we're going to talk about how to get engagement in your Facebook groups. And so if you have a Facebook group, yes, in the chat, put group. If you currently right now have a Facebook group, in the chat, put group. Now, obviously, if you're on Instagram and TikTok, you can still put group because you can have a Facebook group. And so the Facebook group is typically for you to build a closer community. A Facebook group is typically that you can build relationships faster because it's in a private sector, okay? Now, when your pages put group, if you have a group, okay, great. Your public page, like this is a public page. I'm just talking to the public, training the public, motivating the public. And so it's not private, right? And even though I can see some of you that show up every, at 1:30 for a quick lunch and learn, I get to know you. But if I really want to help you, people create a group, right? So I do have a group called Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. It's my private group where I go live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and I bring people on screen so I can answer business questions. So it allows me to understand your business. It allows me to understand your struggles. It allows me to build a closer relationship with you as well. So when I offer something or when you offer something, I know who you are. When I see your stuff, I actually know you. And so if you're in that place where you do have a Facebook group, but your Facebook group isn't growing, your Facebook group has the same people and those people are not engaging and you don't know how to get more people to come to your group. Anybody? Yes. So if you don't know, when I started on social media just a couple of years ago, I had the same problem. So I'm talking from experience. So everything I share is what I know for sure from my experience. And so, and what I've learned, because I've invested in courses and masterminds so I can be educated about growing online more effectively. And so group, a lot of you have your private groups. So is your group growing, or do you still have the same 100 people? You have the same 50 people or whatever it is, and it's actually not growing. Well, a couple of things that you're going to need to do to get this group to interact with you And I'm going to share some quick tips with you that you can go ahead and start implementing now. I'm all about the implementation, not just hoarding information. And so I'm like, okay, do it now and tell me about it. Do it now. And so that's how I operate. If I hear a new app, I'm like, let me go check it out. Like I go check it out right now. Like I don't wait, and I write it down. I have, oh, this is a business tip for you. If I hear a new speaker, if I hear a new top producer or whatever it is, and I'm curious, in my phone, just like your smartphone, we got these smartphones. So if you don't use the smartphone, it's a dumb phone. So we're going to use these smartphones. So in my phone, I have where I have different speakers and top producers, and I have their names so I can go follow their pages. I can learn from them, right? Whomever it might be, whoever you love to follow. And then also I have a place for apps. So when someone mentions an app, even if I'm, driving or whatever, when I stop, I put the app name in my phone. And so I have a category for that. So I have hundreds of different apps, and I put what the app does. And so now if I'm ever looking for something like, how to erase something off a picture, there's an app called Removal. And so I'm like, oh, there was an app somebody did. I will go to my phone and I'll find what app that was so I can see if that's one that I want to use. Hi, gorgeous. Hey, Stephanie. So you need to start doing the same thing. So when you hear a speaker like myself or a trainer or coach say something, you need to write it down. There needs to be a place in the smartphone where you have all of your notes. You can go reference them, especially things like that. If someone gives you an automation tool, if someone's telling you, hey, this is the best way to do whatever, you need to make sure you have it readily available. So I have like hundreds of apps that I've heard over the last 4 years that I've been online that I've written down, and I have it. And so when I'm telling you, hey, check this app out, and then you don't even go to it, you forgot, you're not going to go back to the broadcast. You need to create that. Okay. That was that. Hopefully that was helpful. Was that good? Okay. So let's talk about this Facebook group. So in order for this Facebook group to grow, and to me, it's different from a page. So I know some of you probably have a business page, but your business page really isn't going to grow until like now I have to say, go to my business page, go to my business page. But if you're not live, you're not saying, go to my business page. So that business page isn't growing. So in my opinion, you need a group. So this is my personal experience with having both. The group is a little bit more intimate. Okay. So if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So look at this group as people that's now in your community. People like to buy from whom they know, like, and trust. So now if you're in here sharing value, you're not selling in your group like all the time. No one wants to be in a group where you're just selling me. They're not going to engage in your group. What value, write this down, what value are you contributing to the people that's in this group? So if I'm in a group, like I said, so I'm married, so I'm in a group for couples, right? In the group, guess what they share? Where to go to the movies, where they share where to vacation for couples. They share where do you go to dinner for couples. They share couples retreats. They share couple counselings. They share everything is informational where it's benefiting people that are in the group. And so then they ask questions in the group so that you can engage, like, hey, what is your favorite place to vacation as a couple? So now you have interaction in the group. So even though they do sell something, that is not the main thing that's happening in the group. And I think with a lot of people, because they have a group, they're like, oh, sale. Here, buy this, 2 for 1, 2 for this, 2 for that. And then you're like, well, people aren't doing it. Of course they're not, because you haven't given them any value. And they don't see that as an important group to engage with. Okay. So in your private groups, now, I don't know if people, if you're having events in your group, obviously, with Facebook, you can set events. You want to do that, right? If you're setting some type of event or you're setting some rooms up, that's something that you can do in the group. If someone's on Instagram and TikTok and you need them to come over to Facebook, usually you can convert people. Like I just say, hey, I know you're on Instagram and TikTok. Come over here on Facebook. I have a private group called Business Tips, Motivation, Inspiration. If you want me live, like one-on-one coaching every Wednesday at 8, come over here. So you can convert people and they will come if they're getting value. Okay. That's number one. Okay. You can convert them. The second thing is don't have your They don't have to have, like, say you don't post on Facebook. All you have to do is have an account. So they don't have to be actively posting on Facebook to come over and come to my group. They don't have to do it. So same thing with you. Because some people say, well, I don't have a Facebook account. Well, do you not have an account, or do you just not frequent Facebook? Those are two different things. There's a lot of people that don't post. They have the account, or they can reactivate the account, and they will do that if they feel like they're going to get something out of your group. So don't be afraid to ask, right? Now, another thing that I can tell you, number 3, is schedule your post in your Facebook groups. So Facebook has a feature where you can schedule for 30 days. And so you need to make sure you're preparing, right? Every single month, you prepare for the next month. So you can schedule 30 posts in your Facebook group. It says schedule right at the top. And so you go in, you schedule, it asks you for the date, it asks you for the time. Now in my group, my other private group for my actual team and my organization, I have everything scheduled at 11:45 every single day. A post goes up in this particular group. Every single day, a post goes up at 11:45 a.m. every single day. It's scheduled every day. So therefore, the pressure is off of me, that I'm not like, well, what am I going to post today in the group? Oh, I got to post on social media. I got to post in the group. I got to do a TikTok. Oh, I got to go live on Instagram. You make yourself frustrated when all you have to do is get organized and plan to win. Most people don't plan to win. Okay. They plan not to fail. So you got to plan to win every day. Because if you don't have a plan, you work for somebody who has a plan. Guarantee you do. So your plan is to schedule those 30 posts. And I would do a particular time. That way the people in the group kind of expect, okay, they're going to be having a post at this time, like a television show. You expect, I don't even know what comes on TV, something, whatever comes on at 8:00 every night, every Tuesday night. That's your expectation. And you want to set the tone so they expect something to be given to them every day at this time. The other thing that you can do, half of the posts has to be non-related to your business. Like if you have a product, so if I sold candles, I cannot be in the group if it's 30 posts and 20 of the posts is candles. That's not going to work. Okay. It's not going to work. In my 3-day ride, my business course, I actually give you a content calendar in my 3-day ride. So if you haven't taken the ride yet, the link is in the bio. The 3-day ride is not this week, next week, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. And it's for people who really are serious about growing their organization. You want to have unlimited leads. You want to attract people to you. You're tired of posting and praying. You want to know how to start conversations. You need actual scripts. Like me, I need actual scripts. Tell me what to say. You want to learn how to convert people, and you want to maximize being online. The 3-day ride might be for you. So hashtag 3-day ride so you can get the details, or just go to the link in the bio. So in your group, your posts, if I sell candles, it can't be 20 of the posts say buy candles. That's not going to work. That's not going to work if you want people to engage. Okay. So let me tell you what you're going to post. You're going to have fun posts. Okay. It needs to be fun posts. Like in the marriage group that I'm in, they have fun posts like memes about marriage, little sayings about marriage. No, it's funny, right? You can relate to that. Even if it's, so your group, whatever it is, where's your fun post? Because people don't interact if it's not entertaining. If it's not entertaining, that's why they're not responding. If they're not learning something, that's why they're not responding. And so you want to make sure you have fun posts going up. You want to have engagement posts. An engagement post is when you ask a question. And so they might ask in the group, and this, they might ask personal questions to get everybody all riled up, where you could say, if it's a couples group, like they say the average person only, are intimate with their spouse 2 times a week. Is that true? Now, everybody that's married or in a relationship, like, nope, I'm 5 times, I'm 7 times. You see how I got you to engage with that, right? So you're saying something that get the people, they want to respond. People actually want to give their opinion online. Just like if I say whatever, people like, yes, they want to tell you. And so your group, however, is structured, you need to have, and it can't be engagement every day. Okay. And so if you don't have a content calendar, you need to get one, or take the 3-day ride so you can have mine. And so you have to have engagement posts where people want to interact with you, right? And I'm in a mom's group, so hashtag mama boys. And so the same thing in that group. They'll say something along the lines of, at what age did your son realize he had a penis? And so then all the moms are putting in there what age or whatever, when he noticed it or whatever he did with it. Now it becomes interesting. Now it's fun and it's educational, because then she'll say the actual age that kids start to do it. So you learn something. So it's entertainment. Okay. And then, of course, does this make sense? Yes or yes? Okay, good. Now, the other thing that you want to do in the group, write this down, is you want to do live product presentation or tutorials. So if you have candles, you can show the making of the candles. You can show how you choose the scents for the candles, right? So product tutorials are important, because I would want to know, why do I need to buy this type of candle and have this type of candle in my bathroom as opposed to this candle in the kitchen? Like, what's the difference? What's the aroma? What's this? I don't know about candles. Like, oh, a big wick or thin one. All of that is good information. So you want to have that live product tutorials, whatever your product is. You got to teach people about the products, because when they know something, when you know better, you do better, right? So if I know this particular candle is going to open up my sinuses, I'm like, well, that's the kind I need. But if you're not teaching me and you're just trying to sell to me, you're going to have less sales. Okay. Another one, write this down. When you do the live tutorials, you're not asking for a sale. Okay. You are educating. Let's do that. Let me say that part. So every time you go live, you're not saying, hey, you ready to buy the candle? If anybody's ready to buy the candle. So you go with the intentions of just educating, because once they are educated, they will purchase. The reason why people don't jump on board is because they're skeptical. They don't know enough information. That's why they're not doing it. So even with the 3-day ride, they're like, oh, am I going to learn? Was she really going to help me attract more people? Because they're unsure. That's why they didn't do it. But the ones that are like, I'm sure I've followed her long enough. I've seen her stuff. Her free stuff is this right here. Oh, what's the paid stuff? So those people that are not purchasing, a lot of times they're waiting. They're sitting back to get some more information. They're really trying to evaluate if it's something for them. So it's not you. Okay. The other thing is, you got to make sure you have some type of giveaways. Write this down. A pretty person is helping me out, and put it in the comments, because you want your Facebook group to grow, right? So I'm giving you the goods. So you got to have giveaways. So Fun Friday giveaways, or discount Friday. I don't care what you call it. I don't even know what you want to call it. But if you do something, it needs to be a giveaway that you're doing. Now, we're not saying give away your product that, is costing you whatever. We're saying like, you have like a freebie. Like whatever freebie that you can come up with. It actually doesn't have to be a freebie that's related to your products. So I give gift cards, right? And so I also give gas cards. It didn't have anything to do with my opportunity. It didn't have anything to do with my company at all. But I know people need a gas card. So I know if I post anything about a gas card, if you participate, I'm going to give you a $45 gift card. Well, I know you're going to participate. Right. And so in you participating, that's making you engage. It could be $25. I'm just giving you a number, so don't freak out. So whatever it is that you can do, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't have to be, just about your company thing that you're giving away. It could be anything that people will need. So they give vouchers out in one of the groups that I'm in. They're like, hey, if you want this couple's voucher to go wherever, this is going to be available. And then people, obviously, you want stuff. People want free stuff, right? And so this is going to actually make them love you even more. They're going to participate even more, and they are going to purchase. Because at some point when you're getting so much, you feel compelled to give something back, right? So you got to have something fun Friday giveaway, a Saturday giveaway. I don't know what you want to call it, but something that the people are looking forward to, okay? Now, the other thing that I can tell you that's really helpful in my business groups and in my team group is you want to recognize people, recognize your customers that are in the group, recognize if you have a team members participation in the group. And this is important. Recognition is important. Okay. When you recognize somebody, recognize what you want repeated. Write that down. Recognize what you want repeated. So if I continuously recognize you for having 5 new customers in the group, so-and-so has 5 new customers that she's added to this group. So-and-so had 10 new customers she's adding to this group. Everybody celebrates so-and-so. So you want to make sure you get your team and people that's in your organization on board with celebrating each other, because when people see that you can love on other people, you're not afraid like the pretty people. See, the pretty people are you guys. Hashtag pretty people. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So I'm always celebrating those people. I'm always saying, what's up, Cheryl? I'm always celebrating. So you want to make sure there's some celebration going on, because people have, unfortunately, there are some people that are depressed and they might go to your group to get some laughter. They might go to your group to smile for the day. They might go to your group because they need a friend. They just need to feel a part of a community, and your group is that community. Then the other thing that I do in my group is you want to interview other top producers, because that also is helpful to them. So if you are in health and wellness, like who do you know, right, that is a health and wellness guru within your circle that you can invite and say, hey, I would love to have you as a special guest. I do this all the time. I have special guests once a month in one of my private communities. Now they have to earn that, but I do have it. And it's a different person in different organizations every single month. And so you want to build relationships with people, and you want to say, hey, do you mind coming in my group and just sharing with them 3 business tips? Or do you mind coming into my group and sharing with them 3 health habits? Or do you mind coming into my group and telling them 3 recipes that, will help them have better gut health? Like whatever your business is. So you find somebody, right? And you introduce that person as this expert, and they are an author. Like, you know what? You just wrote a book. I would love for you to come into my group, explain your book, talk about your book, highlight other people. The name of the game is love on more people. If you love on more people, your business will grow. I'm telling you. It doesn't matter. Her book doesn't have anything to do with your business. She wrote a book. Girl, what the book is about, you get the highlight of the book, because you need to obviously, know something about the book. You get the highlight of the book, right? Highlight of the person, right? You've been following the person. She wrote a book. Have her come on with the book and say, hey, so-and-so is going to be introduced. She just wrote a book about blah, blah, blah. And you make her feel good. Now she's getting her book out there, and then you're not telling them to buy it, right? But obviously, what are people going to do? If they want to buy it, they're going to go seek her out and they're going to buy the book. And so that way it shows it's not just about you growing. It's about everybody growing. And so it's not just about your thing. It's about anybody and everybody who wants to grow. So is this helpful? Yes or yes? And so every single month I have somebody, not even in my organization all the time, just people I've met, like a lot of you, that have different things going on. And if you're a top producer or you've done some amazing things or whatever, I have them come in and introduce themselves so people can see other speakers. They can see that it's possible for them. And so it doesn't have to be your way. Your way is the only way. They have to see, oh, I relate to this person better. Oh, this person is doing something I want to do. And it always gives somebody else hope. That's the name of the game. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, somebody's always watching, and you're giving somebody else hope that they can do it too. So those are the things that are going to help your private Facebook group grow. Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. So those are the things that are going to help your private Facebook group grow and get more interaction in your private group. Is this helpful? Do you have a question for me? So you got to make sure it takes time. Let me say this. If you have 50 people right now, you're going to have to grow it. You're going to have to tell people about your group. You're going to have to invite people, not randomly invite people. You know where that invite button is? Not do that. I'm not asking you to do that. That's kind of spamming, right? So you want to ask people, do they want to join the group? And you want to grow the group. That should be a part of your IPA, your income producing activity. Because if you're growing a private organization, your business is going to grow. You're going to sell more product. You're going to have more promoters, team members, whatever. And so you need to be actively asking people to join your group. And so not to join it for you can sell to them only. Yes, you're going to have promotions and things, but that is not what your 30 days is about. Does this help? Yes. Okay. Because the organizations that you are a part of, like your groups, you're in that group because you get value. Yes or yes. The only reason you're in my business tips, motivation, and inspiration group because you get value, not because you've even purchased anything from me. Some people haven't taken the 3-day ride, obviously, and they're in the group. They haven't purchased a Pretty People tee, but they're in the group, right? So some people are just not going to purchase yet. It doesn't mean they're never going to do it. But you go ahead and you have the perception of, I'm just going to give. It's going to come back to me. I'm just going to give. I'm not going to worry about, I'm not in control of the results. I'm in control of my actions. I'm in control of my daily actions. Yeah, I didn't turn that off. So is this helpful? Yes or yes? So I just wanted to quickly share that with you because a lot of people are like, I have groups. Nothing's going on in my group. Should I shut my group down? I only have 75 people in my group. Well, let's grow the group. Let's do something different in the group. Yes, we get add value. Yes, you got to add value all the time. I love your lives. Oh, thank you. I learned a lot. Okay, Stephanie, you need to take the 3-day ride. Stephanie, you need to take the 3-day ride. What you waiting on, girl? So if you love this right here, yes, I go a little bit deeper in the 3-day ride because I have more time with you in the 3-day rides. And so my mentor has asked me to do an extension to the 3-day ride where I private coach for 30 days after the 3-day ride, just like 5 or 10 people. They could talk to me every single day for 30 days. And so we're getting that together. So that's going to, be something that is available for those of you that already have businesses and you just need that one-on-one for a short period of time. So you're in the right direction and you know exactly what you're doing. So don't beat yourself up. If your group is like your group's sucking right now, don't worry about it. You can change it. The good news is you can change it. Okay. You can change it just like the Chinese bamboo tree, right? It takes a long time. So don't get discouraged. You can plant the tree. It takes like 5 years for the tree to actually sprout up. And so in those 5 years, you're just watering it. You're nurturing it. I'm not saying it's going to take you 5 years to grow your group, but you have to make sure every day, you're nurturing the group, right? Every day you're engaging with the group. And also you're following some of the people in the group. When you see their stories, you're engaging. When you see their posts, you're engaging because it goes both ways. Okay. This is social media. We're meant to be what? Social. And so you want to make sure you're acknowledging the people in your group. You got to do all of those things because now people feel important and everybody's wearing a sign on their forehead. Make me feel important. Make me feel important. Everybody wants to be validated. And so that's your job. Okay. Is that helpful? Yes or yes? So yes, well, I'm going to be looking for you, Stephanie, in the 3-day ride and anybody else who has not taken the 3-day ride, hashtag 3-day ride. Yvonne, yes, hashtag 3-day rides. If you want to ride with me for 3 days, you will become and learn how to recruit like a top recruiter in your business or a top promoter or whatever in your organization, because it's great to sell product. But if you really want to change somebody's life, you obviously want to offer your opportunity. And so that's something that I do very, very well is I am getting new promoters every single week because I'm always sharing my opportunity. I just believe everybody should have residual income. Everybody should learn how to monetize social media because it's not going anywhere. And so in the 3-day ride, I get to do that with you. Okay. And so, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, you get value. Very helpful. Very helpful. I appreciate you too. Hashtag 3-day ride. The link is in the bio as well. I'll see your beautiful faces on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm live 1:30 Tuesday on my business page. So I will be live on my business page on Tuesday at 1:30 as promised. My quick lunch and learn. Yes, if this was good for you, share and tag. I'm asking you to share and tag with 2 people. Tag 2 people that may need to hear this. They have a group. Their group isn't growing. They don't know what to do. Tag her. Oh, what? Tag her. We want to help her too. There's so much room at the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha Wiggins, and I'll see you on the page. Have a great day.